Hello, hello, hello. Don't leave. Don't leave. You're not leaving. You're sticking around. Okay? Am I really just that hard to watch? Statistically speaking, you're probably not going to watch more than a minute of this video. I don't know why, but I make these long videos and I pack in all this amazing stuff. But I guess it says that people click on the video. So, I have no idea how I got this many subscribers, but thank you to everyone out there. And thank you for all the kind words and thank you for everything. Thank you. Thank you. Now, as for the people who want me to be a savage and just be mean, a big meanie head, I'm going to give you the other version. I'm going to give you the side you want. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a badass. And I do things that I shouldn't be doing. And I get women to be with me. And I take photos and post it online. And I have nice cars and things. And I'm very proud. And I speed through the night. And if you're ever at a stoplight with me, I will definitely give off an energy that says, I'm better than you. And I'm going to go faster than you, which is probably like 5 miles per an hour average, that I see that kind of thing. They speed really fast. But, anyways, I seen a young kid. He was playing this music and he was kind of, like, man, why can't I just be like that? I had no idea what I was talking about before, by the way. I don't know where that was going. I never really know. But what am I trying to talk about right now? Well, I was thinking about something because I am kind of one of those like do anything guys. Like I'll pretty much try anything and I'll post it online and I don't really care what anyone thinks. But to an extent you do have to care. You have to care. Like if you want something to be good, you have to care about it. You don't care enough. Let's just be honest, The reason why people don't succeed is because they just don't care. You don't care. You don't take the proper time, which is like forever. It takes forever. It takes too much time to try to get an act together. Like this right here, this act that I'm putting on. It took way too much time, and I don't even know if it was worth it. Is it good enough? Am I funny? Am I funny? I'm so jealous. I don't even want to hear about how famous other people are because I got my own stuff going and it hurts you. It hurts you, you know? But I don't know. Maybe that's so childish. Oh, he's getting hurt that someone else is more successful than him. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That it's kind of lame to be that way, So, you know, I definitely don't want to be lame because I can't have anyone thinking I'm lame. Sometimes I don't know how unhappy I look to people, and I think I'm decently happy, but maybe some days I'm a little bit tired or something. You know what I mean? So, maybe I'm not paying attention all the time, which is completely okay. But honestly, I should probably pay attention to every little detail and make it perfect, make everything perfect. But then again, I think if you do that too much, you take it too seriously. You're taking it too seriously. Where's the realness to it? Where's the talent? Where's the passion, man? You're just making stuff because you want to make money. Come on, man. Jeez, how many people are there doing that? Well, here's a good question. How many people are showing real talent online or like real passion, right? Maybe there's just too much of it. Maybe there's people that just already have that kind of stuff. Like they already have legitimate people, fun-loving, wholesome individuals that don't do anything wrong and follow all the rules and are very cleanly respectable to everyone and say the right things, you know? Maybe people don't want that, but you try to go off a little bit and be a little bit unhinged and I think you can only take things too far before you start to get shut down, get dropped by your label or publisher or whatever. Like me, for example, I don't think anyone is going to let me on TV. I don't think they would put me in a movie. I don't think investors would be too confident supporting a person like me. That's just the way I feel. And it's probably just because of all the things I've said and the way I've acted before online. But I don't know. It's just you have to be so well behaved to get these opportunities, and it just seems like a lot of the entertainment companies or people out there who have a lot of resources, they could go take something from a small person that no one really notices, something they did, and then they can make it better. So it's just like, I don't know, you call it inspiration, it's inspiration, but sometimes I think people just take other things and just make them better. So, if you're a person like me and you don't get noticed a lot, or I mean, I kind of did get noticed quite a bit, like a lot more than I I thought I ever would, especially lately. But it's just like, some of the things I've done, I almost feel like I see it other places or in different ways, and people get caught stealing stuff all the time, they get caught. It just happens, and I don't respect people that steal stuff. Like, if you think it's a joke or whatever, like, I don't respect it at all. But at the same time, it doesn't matter if some people steal stuff. Like, if you're stealing jokes and your whole entire thing is just everything's just stolen from other people, but you're just doing it just for fun and you're just posting stuff online, like, who really cares? You're basically one of those people that's like, you know, you change your profile picture to your favorite whatever, your favorite comedian, your favorite singer, whatever. It's like whatever you're a fan of, you make it. Because I used to do that. I used to do stuff like that, and you're just a fan of it. It doesn't really mean you're really stealing anything at that. And honestly, you should probably try to steal stuff from people, especially if you need some lines or something to talk about or whatever. And I think that's kind of what happens though. Anyways, if you think about it, it's like if you watch someone have a conversation with someone else and it's interesting enough for you to watch it, right? Because like me, I talk about a lot of stuff that might not be interesting to people. Like I try to keep people's attention on this. I'm trying, I'm putting in the daily effort and stuff. But sometimes I know that maybe people want to hear about, like conspiracies or the terrible things people have done, or like some of these rugged people who just are crazy and mentally ill and end up, you know, doing stuff, stupid stuff. There's a lot of crazy, stupid, mentally ill people online, okay? And, honestly, I don't want to call them that. Like, I don't want to be mean. That sounds so brutal for me to say like that because I actually respect people, but I don't know, man. It's just it's crazy because I think that someone could probably label me mentally like he's mentally ill, but I could say someone else is too. So it's just like it's like almost like this back and forth thing, you know. um, but it's hard for me to look at the camera. I need to look at the camera, man. I need to look, dude. Talk to the person that's watching this. That's what I need to try to do. Don't look away and stuff. I don't know why it's so hard. Like I think that's maybe body language telling you I'm not legit or something. Body language. But yeah, yeah, I don't really I don't know if I could get some major deal or something like, doing something like, you know, like a movie or something. Like some of those companies with reputations probably wouldn't want anything to do with me. I don't really think I've done anything that bad. I've kind of said some things, but I usually apologize. Like I try to keep it kind of, under wraps, but it gets pretty brutal. That's kind of the whole thing about comedy is just being like saying things that people wouldn't say. And I was thinking about something the other day. I was like, how many people really want to say that like they imagine someone else naked or they were wondering what someone else looked like naked? Like who would want to admit that? Who'd want to be like, yeah, yeah, I imagine what you would look like. I wanted to know what you look like naked. Like who would admit that? Like there's probably people out there that don't want other people to know that they thought about that, right? But people think about it. But who really wants to confront that? Who really wants to talk about it? Who really wants to be exposed like that? And that's really what a lot of it is just being exposed. But yeah, I don't know, man. So the do anything mentality. That's kind of the thing I was supposed to talk about here. It's basically like this idea that you can try anything or do anything, and you don't really care what anyone thinks, and you're just gonna, Almost I think that's what you call like well, it's kind of like a diverse creative person or something, or like a diverse artist, or like a person who just like really wants to live life and will, try a multitude of things. So like some people are only comfortable doing certain things and they have a passion for that and they can't really step outside of that because it's just what they train themselves to do. But you have to ask yourself when you get bored, you're like, maybe I should get a different hobby, maybe I should do something else. And so for me, most of it's just creative stuff, which might seem boring to other people, or they don't really like doing it, or they don't see the value in it. But it's like me, I'm like, I'll draw, I'll write, I'll try to voice act, I'll try to talk about stuff, and it's all basically the same exact thing. All of it. It's like you have to present a level of skill that is so ridiculously good that people are gonna appreciate it. And if you don't get it there, there's almost no point even posting anything that isn't that good. Unless it's like super good and it's gonna get people's attention. It's just crazy how much people work on stuff, and like me, I wish I could devote more time to like every little part of everything I do. But, I don't know. It's just kind of like the value that I see in what I'm doing and all of the different things I'm doing. But I guess the truth be told, it's like, you if you maximize every little second of everything you're doing, you're probably going to get, more value out of it. And I don't know. I just don't like sitting here like rehearsing scripted stuff and all of that. But I think that maybe in the future everyone's going to be like, you know, everyone's going to be like, I don't know, I think like more people are like might be more creative and more inclined to try things, cuz I feel like it's just a mask really, or it's just like this it's almost like this side of you that I don't really think it's real. Like whenever someone does something, right? And you think of them in that way. And if they do something else, you might not like them as much because you like them for that particular thing, And so it's just like, I don't know. It's just crazy to think of that because when you really think about it, it's like you see someone that particular way for that thing they do, but maybe it's not real. Like, it's real to you, but there's probably people who don't care about it or don't pay attention to it. So it's like, well, I guess, the fact that you're paying attention to it almost, feeds the idea that it's real. So, my green screen's always messing up. I kind of just want to go without it, but I think it's better to do like the stuff I'm doing now. But I don't know. I have this idea in my head that it's just like everybody's character and anything they can really believe in is almost just not real in a way or something. Like you have a person over here, right? And they might not believe in the same thing as this other person, but this person believes in this thing. They might become an activist. They might, speak on things, or they might do something. People do things for the things they believe in. You know what I mean? So just because you believe in something, but this other person doesn't believe the same thing or just thinks differently, and so it's just like the fact that someone could just be so diffused on the topic of this other of this other thing that the other person believes in, like they don't have the same beliefs, they don't think the same things, they're like the thought process isn't there, the whole idea isn't there, like religion, you know like the whole idea, Christianity and all this. It's like it's pretty bizarre for me to even like talk to people and they say like religious things. It's so weird for me now because I used to be like, well, I think of myself as I used to be brainwashed, but not just by religion, but by a lot of different things. Even right now, I feel like I'm feeding the comedy industry kind of thing. But I almost feel like it's kind of the same thing. Like it's almost like people are kind of brainwashed. Like Is someone making the idea of comedy real, or are you making it real? I guess it's kind of crazy because it's like this person's laughing at it, and that means that it's funny, and that gives it, the value, and then you think it's funny. But you have this person over here who doesn't laugh and doesn't even really probably care about it, or they just have other things they're focused on, so it's not real to them. And so it's just like, well, that's the challenge of it is, getting the most people you possibly can to feed this idea that you're a funny person. And so it's almost like brainwashing people. It's almost like you have to like brainwash them to laugh. You're brainwashed. You're the cult leader or something. That's what it kind of feels like. You're the cult leader, and to get people into your cult, you have to make them laugh. That's what you got to do. That's what it almost feels like. But I don't really think of that as a cult. But if you want to put it like that, I mean, you can put it like that. So I guess you don't have to really think of it as a cult. You can think of it as more of like a group or something. But I guess it's just like people come and go. Like they enjoy it, and then they might be on their way, they might come back. Like me, like I like stuff some days, and then other days I don't, and I'll go over here and watch this thing, and then I'll watch this and I'll watch this. And it's pretty crazy for me, like the things that I pay attention to, because I don't know. I almost feel like my whole life is kind of a lie or a delusion. A lot of time, like I'm brainwashed. I'm living in a delusion. Like the whole idea of me even making something like this and like putting myself out there in all these different ways almost just seems like a big lie. Like it's like it's not even real or something. It's kind of bizarre to think of it like that. You know what I mean? Like someone makes a song or someone makes a movie, and that means something to you when you watch it. Like it might not be so emotional or so impactful or so important, but some of it is it changes you, it shows you something, which is kind of stupid if you think about it. It's like you are educating me with the way that you're acting through a movie like that. I don't know. If you think about it like that, it's like I don't know. Like, almost like, I think for a person to be funny, it's almost like the educational stuff might just be like someone just teaching you how funny they are. Let me show you how funny I am. What's the depth to that? What's the depth to having no depth, really? What is really going on there? Like, what is the value? What is the value of the thing you're experiencing? The thing that's entertaining you. What is the real value? I was really obsessed with this stuff for a long time. Like, what? How does someone get like that? How does someone like make themselves appear that way? Like so talented that they're just so like addicting. Like you get people addicted to your personality. It's crazy. But the whole do anything mentality, I can not just creatively, but like for me, that's the way I think. Like make a video game, make a product. You can make your own coffee mugs. You can invent something. You can, you know, there's so many things you can do. A lot of stuff that's successful is just a brand. Really, that's all it really is. It's just like words and colors, and it resonates with people. So it's like you could really take anything. Like you could make your own brand of beef jerky, peanut butter, whatever. Anyone could. You could make your own green beans with like, you can make your own shirts. You could really do anything. You could make your own whatever. And I think, a lot of places like they offer similar services. They just have a different look. They have a different feel. That's all it really is. Really. If I were to be honest with myself, am I going to sit here and say, "Oh yeah, I have such a unique comedic experience that it's revolutionary. It's literally changing the world. It's groundbreaking because there's never been anything like it before." And like to sit here and say that, I would just be, pretty much lying or BSing myself because it's like, there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of comedy acts that have kind of, came and went and kind of, a lot of the big stuff sticks around. It's a part of history. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's it's crazy to think that way, that it's like, me over here, I'm just you know, not even significant because so much stuff has already came and went, and the golden age is gone, the peak of popularity is gone. That's kind of crazy to think of it like that. But I do think once people have enough of something, they have enough of it, they're going to move on to other things. And some of them might find someone else, if they like them, to entertain them. But it seems like, movies and TV kind of run out of steam pretty quick. I mean, we only watch so much of that stuff. And that's why people resort to watching stuff like this, because it's more real. You don't have to like put everything into a story and make stuff lead up to certain moments and all of that. It's like, but there are certain benefits and stuff like that, like cartoons and stuff. You know, it's the value of that is it's so incredible, like what a cartoon can do versus someone just sitting on camera like this. It is pretty crazy because you can just do so much different stuff with those characters and the way it looks and all of that. And that's what but this is like that too. It has its own way because I don't have to sit here and some voice acting or anything. But I am kind of doing some acting and stuff here, trying to like do the. I guess what I'm trying to do is just like provide a fun experience where people can just listen and it's interesting enough that they want to stick around. So I'm just trying to make people want to stick around and stuff. But who knows what's gonna happen to me as far as me talking on camera, because I have other stuff going on, but I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I just hope for the best. I just hope for the best. That's all you can really do. And honestly, I really would rather pursue other opportunities out there because I've been independent for a long time, just doing stuff on my own. I've done a lot of different stuff, and it's hard, and the workflow. Like, I don't know, if you start to do other things with people and try to be a part of a group or a set or something, you could get a lot better results. And I know I've been talking about this. I kind of talk about the same stuff sometimes, and I try not to because I'm repeating myself too much on my channel and stuff. But this is just me talking, so it's cool. But um, so yeah, you can just get such different results with different things. So I mean, me jumping on camera like this is pretty great because I don't have to hide behind something. Like if you make music, you're almost like hiding behind it. But then again, whenever I do something like this, I kind of want to do a different version of it. Like I kind of want to do like I want to make it so funny every single second. I just want people to I just want it to be like impossibly funny. Like I just want it to be so incredibly, like I want it to be like unbelievable. You don't even know it hits you. It's just that good. That's kind of what I want. Like it's almost like you're just never gonna, like you're trying to achieve something that's just never gonna happen almost. Like you could like the sky's the limit type stuff. So it's just like, I mean, I'm not saying that I couldn't elevate it, but it's like on different days it kind of give and take. But yeah, to sit here and pretend like I don't know how to make stuff or I don't know what's going on or this or that. I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty confident nowadays. Like I almost feel like it's almost dumb to even panic or be worried about doing bad anymore cuz it's just like whatever, you know. I'm trying to do my best, but I need to do better than that. I need to do better than the best and the best and the best, but it gets kind of corny, man. You don't take it too seriously. Way too serious. I think, I think I had been taking it like way like I don't know, just trying so hard to the point it's like who are you? like like you're just like who are you? But yeah, like I was saying earlier, that's kind of interesting to think about. Because if you look online, there is a lot of the same like personalities and stuff, and I don't know, maybe people don't really want that. That's kind of what I'm trying to say too, and I think some people have that kind of flair about them, that people like, that it's you're not gonna be like the same person, like you're almost just blending in with all the different stuff online. Like you're not even there's not even anything different about it. I mean, just like personality wise, just like your decisions, the way that you think the things you talk about, you know, the way you come off, and that's what I'm saying. Like the way to be. People think that they need to be a wholesome person who is respectful and clean. Like I was saying before, and I almost think it's like almost like not very many twists in that. It almost seems like it's not very interesting or something, or it's not very like dimensionally appealing because people have already seen it. But then you're like, okay, well, how do you kind of peel back the layers a little bit more? Then how do you like give people a little bit more? Because like me, I'm just like, oh yeah, wholesome Seth always has some good things to say about corrupted, deceptive people or messed up people or like whatever. Because I usually talk about stuff like that, like messed up people or corrupted people, or like I like that's kind of part of my act is like I'm just a victim and I'm just observing people, and it's like, how stupid is this? That's kind of that's kind of it. Like if I had a stand up routine, I'd probably call it that right now. I always do that. I always think of like a stand up comedy routine, but I never do stand up comedy. I'm just like if I had one, that's what it'd be called. I don't actually do it, but this is practically doing it. Um, how stupid is this? Yeah, that's good. How stupid is this? How stupid is this? Okay, probably have some different variations there. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to like throw out a video. I'm trying to throw out like one video a day. Um, just see, how people respond and stuff, and just trying to do my best over here. Honestly, I don't think I did that good today. I don't think I did that good. I think I'm talking about stuff that people don't want to hear or something, like some advanced, almost like some advanced artist stuff, and then it almost turns into like a professor course or something. Like I'm trying like a crash. I'm like almost like I'm giving people a crash course in like comedic theory or something. I don't know. That's what it is. Kind of turns into, So I'm not really trying to do that, but I guess I just like talking about what I like talking about. So you know, I think that I don't know. If you're talking about some complex stuff like that, there are people that probably want to listen to it. But I have no idea. I'm just trying to do better. I I almost think this went so terrible though. Like I honestly think it did today. I don't know. Like I wanted to take off in a different direction and I kind of just stayed there for I talked for a long time though. It doesn't seem like I talked for that long. Honestly. Like it doesn't seem like this was as long as it is now. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, so the do anything mentality. I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, yeah, the do anything mentality. Do everything. That's kind of the thing of the future where people aren't going to be scared. They're going to be able to do whatever they want and just whatever. It's gonna be easier for people. Maybe not. Maybe not though. There's just so many different people. I mean, there's been artists forever. There's been stuff forever. There's been comedy forever. So I don't know. Maybe people aren't going to turn into everything type people. People who do everything and work at doing these things because they're so incredibly bored. They can't help but do it. I think the most excitement some people get is just eating a donut a day or something. That's their excitement. Just dinner. There you go. That's my entertainment for tonight. Dinner. I know for some people it's like, yeah, my entertainment for tonight, a beer. Yeah. Isn't it kind of funny how like you have like kids that want to go to like amusement parks and stuff and go on these rides, and then they get older and they're like, yeah, I just want a beer, you know? Why go there and do that? I'll just have a beer. Yeah, hey. Why do I need that? Why do I need that level of excitement? I don't need that intensity. I don't need that intensity in my life. I think you appreciate less intensity as you get older. Like, hey, oh, whoa. Oh. Like, I kind of forget about that. I almost feel like if I'm ever talking to an old person, it's like, dude, whoa. Like, you do realize you like maybe you need to just handle with care or something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I kind of have that mentality where I'm like, just do anything and everything, you know? Don't be scared. Do it. Own it and do it well. But I need to do better, honestly. I need to do better. I don't know what I need to do. Like I know what I need to do. I need to do better, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. So, I don't know. That's it. Bye.